North Korea has taken an even more formal step towards labeling South Korea as its most hostile state counterpart, as well as issuing a stern warning to Seoul and condemning US aggression around the world. As we mentioned already this week, North Korea's just held the first session of its newly elected 15th Supreme People's Assembly, and there was much expectation outside the North concerning its stance on South Korea, after rejecting Seoul's recent efforts towards peaceful cooperation. And according to state media, leader Kim Jong-un was quoted as saying the North has officially recognized the South as the most hostile nation and will thoroughly ignore and disregard it through the clearest remarks and actions. Now, Kim did also say the constitution had been revised to reflect the necessary demands of national development, but North Korea's not explicitly stated that this revision has recognized South Korea as a hostile state in its constitution. But Kim did order such a legal revision back in 2024, and its formal hostility towards Seoul is certainly now being implied. Then we come back to that warning. Kim warned of merciless consequences against South Korea if Seoul carries out any acts that provoke the North. While the current South Korean government seems unlikely to do so given its peaceful stance towards the North, including scaling down joint military drills with the US, the fact their allied springtime exercise still took place will have upset Pyongyang's regime. And Kim additionally accused the US of carrying out terrorism and invasions throughout the world, apparently referring to its recent offensive targeting Iran. The fact that Kim didn't directly mention American President Donald Trump may be seen as an attempt to avoid provoking him, and perhaps even another sign of Kim's willingness to reboot summit diplomacy with Washington. But denuclearization dialogue seems to be off the table. Kim vowed to further advance North Korea's defensive nuclear deterrence and continue to solidify its status as a nuclear weapon state while aggressively staging campaigns to crush any provocations by hostile forces. Of course, this shouldn't be a surprise. Since Kim and Trump last spoke, the North adopted an official position making its nuclear status irreversible. But Pyongyang may feel it can still gain something from talks with the US. Not so much with South Korea, nor Japan. The North Korean leader's sister, Kim Yo-jong, was quoted Monday as rejecting Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's hopes for summit talks, saying that not only does she personally not want to see the Japanese leader coming to Pyongyang, but that any possibility of that happening would require Japan to first break with its anachronistic practices and habits.